Reports are saying that Hugh Jackman allegedly wants his estranged ex-wife to sign an ironclad NDA amid divorce rumors to protect his secrets. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. Now, look, I'm going to say right out the gate, this one's a little gossipy. It's a slow news week. I love Hugh Jackman, so I find this one hard to believe, but I want to go through this report that I see starting to pick up some steam online today. Want to get your thoughts. I want to share what we know so far. What we know is that, yes, this was a shock to everyone when Hugh Jackman divorced his wife, Deborra-Lee Furness. These two were together for decades. Seemed very happy, but apparently it was not as clearly happy as we thought it was. And recently they announced that they were going to be separated. And we have more that we're going to report here because, yes, Deborah has also recently commented. This just dropped it a few minutes ago. But before we get there, let's rewind and talk about how we got to where we're at. The two are gearing up for divorce after being married it was 27 years. Yeah, long time, welcoming two kids. As soon as the kids hit 18, one was, I think, 21, second one hit 18, that's when the divorce was finalized. It does seem like they were maybe just waiting till the kids were adults and out before they moved their own separate ways. But whatever happened, obviously that's between Deborah and Hugh. Jackman is now reportedly wanting Furness to sign the NDA to prevent her from discussing their relationship. The actor is ready to give her a large part of his $100 million fortune if she agrees to the NDA. Now, right up the gate, I got to say, I'm not terribly surprised or offended by this idea. Hugh Jackman has a lot of money. She's obviously earned it. Apparently there was no prenup signed. And for 27 years, I guess, is it California, Australia, where they are? Either way, I'm sure she's entitled to a lot of money. Sounds like he's willing to be generous. He wants to be generous, but he's going to be generous in splitting that fortune and not fighting it at all as long as she signs this NDA amidst their ongoing plan to end their marriage almost 3 decades later. It comes after they announced their separation publicly, suggesting they had reached the decision jointly. Now the NDA proposed by the Wolverine actor supposedly to keep his estranged wife from talking about their time together in interviews, memoirs, or other possible outlets. Reports indicate that Jackman is motivated by his desire for privacy. He is known to be a very private individual and is wary of having any of his numerous secrets exploited by the media. Now, this is what I was getting at. Like, I got no problem with this celebrity wanting to be private and wanting to ensure that there isn't some weird expose, because you never know what happens when you break up with somebody. You might think, oh, they would never do that to me. They're never going to do that to me. But trust me, the person you least expect can still turn and do that to you. I've learned that one the hard way. And so, yeah, you might want to just protect yourself to say, look, this didn't work. Respect you, love what we had. We're going to do this amicably. Obviously, you're going to get the money you're due, but I'm going to be willing to just not even argue and pay you more. Let's save some. Can you please sign this so I know we're good? We're going to move on. Be respectful on this and move on. That's all this could be if it's true. And I don't really have a problem with that. I'm curious if you guys do. Is it weird for Hugh Jackman to sort of have her sign like, hey, look, our relationship, what happened, what I do in private, that's all between us. I don't want that out there for people to know because it can hurt my business. Whatever. You could spin something a different way. It's no one's business. Just because I'm a celebrity doesn't mean you get to go use that to go tell more. Here, let me take care of you financially so you don't ever have to feel like you write that book or something else, and we don't have to have that ill will, especially with kids involved, etc. Does that feel fair or am I missing something? I'm curious your thoughts. Let us know in the comments. And before you get there, I'm going to tell you earlier, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. Please keep the alerts coming so you get notified because this algorithm is brutal this week. But as it's also just a slow news week. The move is less about the financial aspect and more about retaining control, an insider told National Enquirer per radar. Now, again, that's why I said, warned you with gossip. National Enquirer, not the best of sources. I'm not going to lie. They do sometimes have insight, but also they like to stir up some drama. Source, though, is saying, their source, Hugh's concern has never been about money, but rather control. He's a man with lots of secrets and doesn't want any of them exposed. Now, exactly, this does sound very National Enquiry. All the secrets that he has. Deborah cannot reveal Hugh's secrets. And I'm sure National Enquirer will then try to allude to some crazy secrets that are bullshit. But that said, there's a part of this that I do think could be accurate in that, yeah, I'm sure he wants to retain his privacy. Now, is he harboring some crazy secrets that we don't know? I mean, anything's possible. I love Hugh Jackman. He seems like I'm not even just saying this. He seems like one of those celebrities that's exactly what Joe would be. Like, he's just so generous, nice, kind, hardworking. You just get that vibe from him. And the things people I've known who have worked with him say the same thing. Like, he's just a pro. He loves musical theater, singing and doing those things, but he's also just a very nice guy. As celebrities go, he's one of the good ones. So it's hard for me to believe that there's some real weird, crazy, dirty secrets out there, but maybe he still just wants the privacy to keep that persona going, because I think we all speak so well of Hugh Jackman. You don't want to have anything come out that, maybe between couples might seem different in public or used against him. In the meantime, it's unclear whether Furness is in agreement with signing the NDA, as she is yet to. However, reports have claimed that Jackman is willing to sacrifice a significant portion of his $100 million estate if Furness will append her signature. Let's just say Deb will not need to worry about getting a job. An insider said about the situation, she'll have enough money for the rest of her life if she signs an airtight non-disclosure agreement. Insider also shared that the duo did not sign a prenuptial agreement at the start of the marriage, which would have legally restricted the amount she could get. Source continued, they do not have a prenup, and he is poised to be exceedingly generous with his $100 million fortune, provided she exceeds to the stipulations. So is that controlling to a point where it's, not allowed? She's going to have a legal right to a lot of this, and she can choose to go make a stink about it. But usually judges just figure out what that number is, and then everyone just sort of gets the number. Fairness does usually come out. Now, sometimes it doesn't seem fair, but ultimately what the judge deems is easy to figure out. And it's just so much nicer when parties just agree, like, all right, can we just mediate this? This is what the going rates are. This is what we're tending to get. Can we just do that and move on? Well, we'll see. Maybe it will. Maybe this is all nonsense. Because back in September, they shocked the world by announcing they're splitting and said in their disjoint statement that they noted how blessed they were, having spent almost 3 decades together as husband and wife in a wonderful, loving marriage. The journey now is shifting towards focusing on individual growth. However, their children continue to be their highest priority. We greatly appreciate your understanding and respecting our privacy as our family navigates this transition of our lives. This is the sole statement either of us will make. So they put out a statement saying that they love each other, they respect each other, but they were moving on. And they were going to respect each other for the sake of the kids, et cetera, et cetera. And good for them. That's how it should be done. Don't make it a big stink. And maybe this is all just part of the protocol. And hopefully Deborah has no problems or real secrets that need to be exposed. But she is commenting on the divorce, it seems. And so that's what makes me wonder. This is now coming out today. My soul is constantly evolving. She gave a rare interview since her shock split with Hugh Jackman, where she revealed the uplifting mantra she has embraced since the break. She spoke out, I guess they are in Australia, maybe they aren't in LA, so I don't know what the rules are out there. But she was reflecting on the major shift after asked how she was doing. My soul is constantly evolving. Very busy, she said before the host responded, which is what you want to be. The alternative is no good, is it? Furness replied, well, we've got to keep growing. You know what? It's like life throws you lemons, you make lemonade. I've got many challenges. The pair have scarcely spoken about their split, which shocked the country, as many fans admitted they never saw it coming. Jackman has been seen out, obviously, Taylor Swift concerts, or rather football games. Last month, the pair were reportedly seen together at the Midtown, New York, celebrating the 55-year-old's birthday with their kids, a few close friends. I mean, that's a good sign that they are clearly well if they've been seen at events since the split. But yeah, this is interesting that Furness is now speaking about it. Now, granted, this quote isn't super revealing, right? My soul is constantly evolving, and we've got to keep growing. You know what? It's like life throws you lemons, you make lemonade. I've got many challenges. She's not really getting in there, but this could be a warning shot like, hey, Hugh, I can say what I want, pay up. It's interesting. So Hugh Jackman, look, I love and support still to this day. I think he's a good guy. I don't think there's anything shady happening in this relationship, nor was there. This was a long relationship. Clearly 2 kids they love, they want to support. I don't see this getting ugly, but what do you think? Could it? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Do you love Hugh? Do you think this is going to end amicably? This is a nothing burger. I want to hear your thoughts. Or do you think there could be secrets in that vault about Wolverine? I want to hear your thoughts down below. I'm going to say this is a nothing burger. Go, Hugh. Let's hope this stays clean. and let's hope they get through this together for the sake of the kids. That's what I'm hoping for, but let's get your comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more reports, and if you got some news out there you think we should be jumping into, please send it our way. We are looking. We need some new stories to get into. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks so much, and stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.